Sharing prayers. About 200 years ago, the last Lori Keats died out in the Cook Islands. Now these beautiful, brightly colored prayers are back. In the 1800s, black rats crept off ships, invading the Cook Islands. They multiplied rapidly. Female black rats can produce over 100...
Hello, I'm Shannon Orrick. I have been teaching grades 5 and 6 at Zion for 3 years. I became a teacher because I grew up in Christian schools and had many influential teachers. I truly enjoy helping children learn and seeing things in a new light. Teaching children about Christ's love for them has to be the most exciting thing there is. Zion is the first school that I've had the privilege to teach at, and I hope to continue teaching here for many more years. Zion teachers are fun and really love the children they work with. I can't think of a different place where you could find a better group of people to work with children and share God's love with them. At Zion, Jesus is important every day. We sing praises to Christ, learn the wonderful things He has done for us, and learn how we can live and share His love with others in our lives.
No black rats, so Islanders hope that Laura Keats will survive this time.
Okay, so the rats took over and started eating the birds. So the rat was about a foot long. Look at the tiles on the floor. You see the lines on them? That means that a rat was about as long as one of those tiles. Not as big, but probably without the tail. I would guess normally they measure snout to torso, or to the end where the tail is. All right, what should we read next?
It's like a news story.
What tells you about the buffalo?
Shaggy animals.
Okay, yep. And even here, great
Great
shaggy animals called buffalo. So it gives you
I am a parent of a first grader and a third grader at Zion Lutheran School. If someone had asked me before I got married if someday I would send my kids to a Lutheran elementary school, I would have laughed at them and said, "Are you serious? Why would I send my kids to a Lutheran school and pay for it when I grew up in the public school system for free and turned out just fine?" I didn't see a need for Christian education because I believe the foundation and roots of your faith should be taught at home. That's where my faith started. Then I met my husband, who grew up at Zion Lutheran School, and after many different discussions, it no longer was a question of if we were sending our kids to a Lutheran grade school. It was when would we be moving closer to Mayer so the kids could attend Zion grade school. I still wasn't completely sold on this idea of Christian education, but I thought I would give it a try. I picked our son up from his first day of kindergarten, and as he jumped into the van, he said, "Mom, I had a great day." I said, "What did you learn today?" And he broke out into the song, "I am special, I am special, Jesus loves me, Jesus loves me." Right then and there, things changed for me. Something pulled on my heartstring that day that never had been there before, and I learned something very monumental. My child went off to his first day of school and came home with the enthusiasm and the joy that Jesus loves him. I realized that day that it is the responsibility of the parents and the home to give a child their foundation of faith, but that when a child is given the opportunity to go to a Christian school, they get wings. They get wings to live that faith every day. They get wings to put that faith in action every day through devotions, chapel, prayer, and they get wings from the teachers leading godly examples. The same thing happened the first day our daughter went to kindergarten. When I asked her how her first day was, she responded, "It was the best day of my life, Mom." And I said, "Why was that?" And she responded, "Do you know we get to talk about Jesus like all the time?" Her foundation is at home, her wings are at school, and it is so cool to watch both of our kids grow up in faith every day. From speaking to other friends of mine who have their kids in the public school, I know that our children are above and beyond academically as well. So at Zion, I have found that we are meeting the spiritual, physical, and academic needs of our children, and we're doing it very well. In this world where there are so many other social influences that are leading our kids in the wrong direction, I think it's imperative that we give them a sound, value-filled education. I am a believer that Christian education is the best education that we can give our children. We give them roots at home, Zion gives them wings at school, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, girls and boys, you need to quiet down. You have about 10 more minutes. So if you are still working on yours, you need to be finalizing it. If you're done, then just hold on.
Mine is all white because it was screwing up really bad. Now look what I found. Look, if you click on that and you can make a person's body. Look at mine.
You want to lose it. So what are you going to do with your picture? Now since we've already saved it to a name, we don't have to do save as this time. All you have to do is push save. So where are you going to go? Where are you going to look for that, Maya?
File.
Yep, go up to file.
Wait, let's take your
Then
pictures.
here, you got to do this, buddy. You don't need the
Oh,
clicker right now.
now we got
Okay. All right. Turn in your books to, it's been a long time, page 206.
My name is Kirk Shipler, and I teach 7th and 8th grade at Zion Lutheran School, and I'm in my 8th year of, actually my seventh year of teaching here at Zion. And the reason why I'm in teaching is really more of a ministry-based question, and it's I've always had a heart for wanting to minister my faith to other people, and you can do that no matter what you're involved with. But for me, it's always been something that I would want to directly be able to talk about faith experiences and really teach it. And teaching those things to kids is the perfect reason to be a Lutheran school teacher. And I've had many experiences where I was able to minister to people, whether I was in a band at one time or doing some other church work, but the opportunity to teach at Zion opened up for me at a time when I didn't have a particular ministry emphasis in my life, and it was just, I really felt like God was opening a door for me to come and teach at Zion and providing me that opportunity, which I really felt that I needed. And I really feel like, that he put me here because he knew where my heart was and what I needed to do with it, and that was to be able to reach out with the love of Christ to students and teach them what Jesus' love is all about, and just to help them know that they are children of God and their sins are forgiven, and really reach out to them in that way.
Now that leads us into section 4. And maybe what we could do is, before we talk about Federalists or Anti-Federalists, turn to page 209. I think 209 is a great place for us to start.
"'Twas the season, and Moose was merry. He joyfully tickled the ivories with a tune full of tidings and a flurry of fa-la-las. He was so full of ho-ho-hos, even his moustache had the holiday spirit."
So can't see.
Come on, But Moose was more than just a bit merry and bright. He was busy, busy, busy. There was a lot to be done on his list of to-dos. But with orderly organization, a bit of regimentation, lots of imagination, and just plain old Moose know-how, getting ready for the big day should have been simple, easy, yes, in all probability, just perfectly into the holiday bustle. He went to work. He wrote cards and letters until his hooves hurt. Check. He shopped till he dropped. Check. He hauled home boxes and bags and presents galore. Moose had gifts for everyone stacked from ceiling to floor. Check, check, check. Then he wrapped, yo, yo, yo. He ribboned, ho, ho, ho. And on each and every package, he tied a big, beautiful bow. Check and double check. So far, so simple, so easy, so perfectly perfect. Another look at the list, and Moose headed for the kitchen. He pulled out the pots and pans and bowls, sifted through stacks and racks of cookbooks. He whisked with his left, spooned with his right. Sam? Moose baked tons of tins of cookies. Check. Dozens of cakes, breads, and sweets. Check, check, check. He made jellies, sticky jams. Moose roasted a goose and some chestnuts. He toasted marshmallows and yams. Check, check, triple check. Yes, yes, so simple, so easy, but of course, so perfectly perfect.